So one of the greatest things about being from Canada is the outdoors. We got trees, snow, more snow. It's a great time, but you don't even need to go outside to enjoy it. Because Old Spice just launched the first ever live interaction nature game on Twitch TV. There's a real man in the woods with a camera on his head. And Old Spice is letting the internet control him. So you can check it out at any time between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time up until April 18th.
What is going on, guys? It is Patrick here, and today we are back with episode 48 of the SmithSquad Podcast. We have a Zombies OG here today, Mr. RADAUSTIN himself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy to be here.
Yeah, this is really cool, dude. You have been in the Zombies community for probably longer than, well, maybe not longer than I've been playing Zombies, but you've been there for a while.
Oh, yeah. I've been from the beginning. I like to refer to it as the zombie veterans, where we started in Nocturne Toten. Like, we finished the World at War campaign, and then Nock loaded up, and we're all like, oh my god, what's happening? that's like as old as it gets. And then you get all these kids that start in Black Ops 2, and then they're like, what's Nocturne Toten? It's like, oh, kids these days.
It's sad, man. So I did start Zombies with Nocturne Toten. Like, that was my first map. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have like a PlayStation or anything at the time, so how it went was my friend was playing the World at War campaign, and he was playing it through, mm-hmm. and he finally beat it, and it was like, oh, awesome, like, how does it end? He's like, well, the ending was pretty cool. You put the flag in the top of the Reichstag and stuff, mm-hmm. and he's like, but you gotta come over and check this out. And I'm like, what? He's like, the ending to this, there's like another game mode. I'm like, what? So I come over and he just loads up. He doesn't even tell me. He just like puts it in and starts playing it. And then you get that cutscene with the Nazi zombies. He's like, bro, zombies.
Right? It's one of the best feelings you ever have in gaming if you're really going in blind to it. One of my friends, when we were in school, he looked at me, and we were in band, and we were playing Normandy, some song, like Arrival at Normandy was the name of the song. So we were talking about war-type stuff. World at War came up, and we were just like, hey, did you know when you beat the campaign, there's a secret zombies ending? And my friends always would do shit like this to me, always be like, hey, you know the secret mode? I'm like, screw you, because of the YouTube videos. And oh my lord, when I'm like, I just gotta make sure he's a liar. So when I loaded it up, I quit out as soon as it happened, because I loaded up, I let the first zombie come in, I killed him, and I was honestly, because I was not a horror guy game at all in the past, nice. I really didn't get it. I'm like, oh gee, I can't do this by myself, so I backed out, I quit on round one, and instantly went online to play with other people, and I just fell in love since.
Man, it was scary though, eh?
Yeah, you didn't know what to expect, what was going to happen. Now it's just like, yeah, they slap you, but at first it's like, are they going to eat me? What's going on? And that's World at War had gore. Unlike the other Call of Duty games later on, this could have really been brutal, going in blind, like, what are they doing? Like, quick time events maybe? Who knows? But nah,
there was something special about that map, dude. You go in, and like you said, World at War is the only map that, or only COD really, that had that kind of gore. And like, just playing it that first time, it was so eerie. They did such a good job of making it actually frightening with the fog. Like, you can't see anything, you don't know where they're coming from and stuff, but you can hear them, and they're kind of like sauntering towards you really menacingly, and like, just you see them, and just the Kar 98K like popping their heads off and stuff, and then they start getting faster. Like,
yeah,
greatest
awesome.
Experience ever.
I think that's the best sound quality of any of the Call of Duties was World at War. They did an amazing job with all the sound, the audio. The whole thing was realistic. Most of World at War was as realistic as possible for the immersion of the game. And I absolutely loved playing Nocturne Toten in the patch just because they left so much to your imagination. Every time you're in there, you're like, what happened here? What's going to happen? Where did this go? Where did that go? Why is there blood here? And it just made everybody go like, oh my god, what's happening? This is awesome. Versus now just like you load up Origins and just punch you in the face, just like, go get the staffs. It's like, oh,
yeah, you're such a tank, and like, you know what's going on. Although I gotta say, Origins is a freaking incredible map too.
I love that map now too. But yeah. I think the biggest downfall is how obnoxious the Easter egg is in your face. Otherwise, it's one of the best maps ever made.
You think it's obnoxious, like, to like it's kind of asking for you to go and solve it, or?
Yeah, I think where you have Sam, if you're just trying to play the game and you don't turn voices down, every couple rounds you have Sam coming over and saying like, "Oh, you failed me. Why aren't you building the staffs? Others have failed," and you're just and it's just like, can I just play? Right. Because I played the shit out of Origins. At first, I wasn't a fan because the ending got leaked early. Really gave me a bad taste in my mouth when I saw the Origins cutscene. I'm like, screw it. But then later on with my friends, when we start playing it more and more, it's a really solid map. It's very good.
Yeah, dude, that was kind of my same mentality. I went into that and like, I didn't want to use the staffs. I was like, this is too much work to use and build them. So I never really used it. I just play it like a normal game of zombies, and it was fun. It was good. And I probably didn't learn how to like upgrade the staffs for like a year. I just like I could do it, but like
right, but you just never were motivated to.
Yeah, like I didn't really have an idea. I had done it once, and I was like, this is just so much work. So I didn't want to do it, and like I ended up actually with Mr. Dave the Rave. We were doing a thing, and he's like, well, let's like get ultimate staffs and then do some sort of challenge. And I was like, sure. And after that, I was like, oh my God, why haven't I been doing this? Like, this is so dumb because it's so much fun with these staffs and stuff. So it took me a while to get into Origins, and I can still play that map and do different things with it, still learn things about the map that I didn't know. And it is, personally, I would say it's my favorite map of all.
Oh, wow. Really,
yeah.
Man. I'm a Darius guy. I don't think I'll ever budge on Darius.
From a game... Darius. Okay.
Yeah.
Like from a gameplay standpoint, I know everyone like loves the storyline and stuff, but just from a gameplay point of view, I absolutely love Origins.
And I agree. There's so much to do with Origins because I love how constantly, like 25 rounds goes by pretty darn fast in that game. 25 to 30 rounds because you're assembling staffs, you're upgrading staffs. And that means you can also fill up the boxes. You can get the thunder punches. You can play around with the melees on the staffs. There was always so much to do in Origins. Building the parts, the shields, getting the Maxis drone, the perks. That's one of the most interesting things to do in solo is your ability to go get the perks, get the extra perk slots. And there's 16 places. That is hard. I got all of them before, but you really got to be in on it. And I always would draw like a crappy map to check the locations off because they won't spawn the same places. So those dig piles, oh my God. But that took a while to get used to, but that gave the game life and longevity, which I appreciate. It's so much better than, loading up Buried and then you're like, did everything by round one. I enjoyed Buried, but I mean, it's so easy, it doesn't give the map longevity.
You're cutting out for me right now. 1 second. Yeah, okay. So, Rad is, I don't know, he's cut out where sound is off here for 1 second. That's probably because I'm on the Wi-Fi right now. My Wi-Fi is being really weird. But we will get this back up in a jiff. Now that I got back on my Ethernet, I was screwed up and I had my Wi-Fi on rather than my Ethernet. And school Wi-Fi is like the worst thing ever. It's so shaky. Anyways, I'm calling him up right now, so we should be good in a sec, hopefully. Calling, unless it's his internet. If it's his internet, then I don't know. But I would bet a lot of money that it's my internet. So now he's calling me, or I'm calling him and getting nothing. So I'll type something. Wow, this is a poor start to the podcast. This is, I'll try to get this up real quick. This is, I think my internet went bad, and he says, I'll try calling him again. Hopefully we're, there, I just hit call now. It's actually ringing this time. There we go. We're back.
There we are.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think that was my internet. It, I don't know. I just...
It's on the fritz again.
Yeah, university internet's really shaky.
Oh,
There's so many people on it. Anyways, what were we talking about? Something
to gameplay. We were just talking about the gameplay of Origins and how it keeps you busy. You have all the perk drops, and I'm definitely a Darius guy though because the accessibility of Pack-a-Punch, which I think they did a good job in Origins. Sometimes it could be pain in the ass and get caught, but that makes it fun. But in Doris, man, that mainframe last stand, all the different places you can camp, I think makes the gameplay so much better. You can camp by almost every teleporter in certain areas by not opening up doors. It makes the game playable a million times over, and I don't know if they'll ever hit a home run like they did with Doris again.
I agree with you. Yeah, Doris is definitely up there. Like, I think probably I can never pick my favorite. Like, I'd say Origins. I usually go with like a 4 that I love. Noct, Doris, Mob of the Dead, and Origins are like my 4 maps.
All great maps.
I can always play.
Noct can be a bitch though. To be fair, like I can only play Noct so much before I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah, like I if I'm gonna play Noct, I gotta play it once, and like my first game has to be good, and then like I can't go back and play it multiple times over and over. It gets boring, but it's still a great map. But no, dude, Doris, what's so great about that map is they managed to keep it small yet really entertaining and fun.
Yeah, there's so many ways to play. And it's shocking. And you don't see guys get to around 50, 60, but you can get to 35 just doing those camping strategies, buying the Type, I think 100 off the wall, you're just staying in there while a couple guys are up front with a Wonder Waffle or whatever. It's so much fun. And then you could get the max ammo maybe by teleporting a zillion times. It's great.
That was the worst. No cheat for you.
Yes.
What's your highest round camping on that map?
Camping on that map, 36.
36, okay.
Yeah, 36, and I think that was Catwalk, probably.
Yeah, definitely Catwalk.
Oh, that was great.
That was like...
Yeah, it definitely had to be Catwalk.
Those were the old days when no one knew training.
Right? How great was that?
Yeah, because Shinonuma, there was a strategy to go around that boardwalk kind of thing. And everyone I knew that tried that was like, this is dumb, like I don't want to run around. I want to camp somewhere. Because that was like how everyone knew how to play zombies back then. Knock your tote and you'd sit at the grenades and shoot, or sit down in the help room. Verrückt, I guess what I'd always do is I go, like, the people who spawn on the American side. So like the side with quick revive.
Gotcha. Now I gotcha.
They would go and turn the power on. And then everyone would meet up, and you just open the very first door, like that couch going up to the stairs, and then we camp by like the trap. So one person would be on the window and on that balcony, and then the 2 people would be on like kind of like camping with all the zombies coming at them, and then like usually one person would just be going back and forth for like assisting.
That was great. That was a great
strategy on that map. But then when Shinonuma came out, it was like, what do we do? Because you couldn't really camp on that map too.
Yeah, you would get like the huts was probably the best way to camp.
True.
And then that would fall apart because there's like 2 windows. I think comm room was a classic one. 2 windows in the comm room, and then 2 people would be up front. And as soon as one guy lost the window and there wasn't enough beddies, it just went to shit. Because there wasn't good weapons to buy on the walls. Doctor's Quarters was another one. That was a good
I'm thinking
camping.
The one with the zip line, whatever that one was.
Doctor's Quarters.
Was that Doctor's Quarters?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That was great. You leave everybody by, you're all dead, and you zip on out.
Worst zipline ever.
Oh, yeah.
1,500 points to use, 1,500 points to call. It doesn't like let you know when it's good to use again, and it gives you like 10 seconds of a break if you're on a high round.
Oh, it's so funny if you just try to survive. It's so goofy just to see like every zombie ever turning around, and you're just praying as you're like sprinting through. If you didn't open up one way, like you're sprinting down, and you're just like, God, please, 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 let no zombies hit me up the stairs. And then you get caught, and you're like, ah.
One of my favorite things about Verrückt was Jug. So I don't know like how many hits it is on Verrückt, but it seems like it's more than every other map. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but they're super fast too, so they make up for that. The Verrückt ones are god darn fast, so they'll knock you down. But you're right, you get about 4 hits. It seems like.
Yeah, because like there's been moments when I've been trapped in a corner, and like I've been hit multiple times. I managed to shoot all of them, like reload and shoot again, and like get out.
Wow.
It's weird. I don't know, man. World at War is a glitchy game.
Oh, yeah. The knifing. Oh, my God.
That's the one thing. Like, I love Doris so much, but I find it hard to play now when I go back just because of all the lag and stuff.
Oh, knifing is so bad. And then Wonderwaffle splash damage is just gruesome.
And like it takes your jug.
Yeah, forever. You're just screwed for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So whoever wields the Wonderwaffle on World at War, you have a big responsibility.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it? I feel like when that map first came out, it was only the Pack-a-Punch version.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometime along there, they changed it.
I'm not sure about that. I know I played it at launch, and at launch you could kill actually all the zombies in a round with a single shot, but they later patched that away.
That's no fun.
Yeah, I know. You could have killed 24. That was pretty sweet. But they patched that away, and then I remember the super jug joke or glitch that supposedly works. You'd go into teleporter B. It's the one by the radio on the stairs, the guy's in the vat by the Type 100. And you'd go into that room with the grenades, where the grenades are, and there's a little like pink jar. And if you'd press the interaction button near that pink jar, because it's also near a board, you'd hear the characters go like, huh, like they did that on certain things in World at War. And then you would have Super Jug, and you could take a couple more hits.
Actually?
That's what they said. And, sometimes it's just like, I don't know about that. It's like, if you got Splash, then it would take the Splash away for a little bit. And it was super hit or miss. So I'm like, I don't think so. But that's just one of those classic rumors back in the day. Like the stairs, there was a missing staircase in Doris that would lead to the ammo room or whatever.
Ammo-matic in the PPSH.
Yep.
That would have made that map the greatest of all time.
Oh my god, it'd been amazing if they put silly stuff like that in there. Especially like finding it 2 years later, if someone like did the flytrap Easter egg and then managed to do something else, and then it like appeared like we now experience. Oh my god, it would have been nuts to have that years later unlocked.
Could you imagine if we missed something?
Oh, we have. I guarantee we have. And Treyarch, so like they're pretty good about like giving us hints towards stuff, so we end up finding, like, oh, there's an anonymous person allows us to give us a tip to figure out the cipher or this or that. I heard normally it's someone at Treyarch trying to help us along, because sometimes they're like, this is way too hard. You got to give them some kind of direction to figure this stuff out. So, I mean, but I think there's certain things, like written things or a certain thing you could do in an order that Treyarch sits on. They're just so happy. Like, from the first games, like, it's been over 700 days and no one's found it yet, and they're just so proud of it. Yeah,
they are that kind of people that would just be happy that no one's figured it out yet. I remember Shangri-La. I want to say like a year ago, they tweeted something like, "There's something you
best
guys
kept secret."
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was bullshit. I've searched that map so much, too, and it just seemed like one set of mountains is just discolored. It looks like there's mountains somewhere in Shangri-La on the way, way back where it doesn't match. Everything's jungle, and then all of a sudden it's this desert-looking mountains. And just like that was the only thing the community could come up with, saying, I guess that's the best-kept secret. And they didn't even comment on it. When everyone's tweeting on them, they weren't like, yeah, good job, guys. It was just like, oh, we don't know still. Cool beans.
Oh, I love Treyarch. I really do love them, and it's nice to see them finally back.
Oh, I know. We have it seems like a short memory, because we've had Infinity Ward's game and then Sledgehammers, and we're like, yeah, Treyarch, woo! It's like, you do remember what everyone called them in the last game. It was Troarch, and they absolutely trolled the shit out of us for PhD for almost all maps on Black Ops 2. So there's no way they're going to be like this saving community grace. They're still going to give us crap all the time in this next game.
That's true, but I'd rather the trolls they give us and all that kind of crap than like what I don't even know what Ghost was, but just that kind of stuff. Like I like that they play with us, and they like they screw with us. They really don't care. Like they just like, yeah, we're gonna mess with you guys because whatever. Whereas like I feel like they have a really strong connection with their community because of that. It's like, we like you guys so we can tease you. Like we're
right.
Whereas Infinity Ward is like, they're kind of like, in the hot seat right now, and like we don't want to do anything that would make you guys mad, or I don't know, but
they're just trying to please us, and we're constantly like that with shit, and they're just like, I don't know what to do, and it's just like you gotta go out on a limb. Treyarch went on a huge one if you saw the DICE Summit conference. They were talking all about how everyone was like, no, don't do this, but they knew they had something good with zombies, and they're like, this isn't Call of Duty, what are you doing? And it almost didn't happen, but just they pushed for it, and they added it in last minute, and it's become the biggest thing in Call of Duty at this point.
I did not know that.
No, yeah, you should really check out that DICE Summit
Was that the
conference.
thing they did a couple months ago?
Yes, and I think it was January or February. Mark Lomnia did a whole talk, and it's amazing. It's all about how zombies almost didn't happen, and all the people that told him no, emails, and then how they kept pushing and innovating. And they're always, I like how he's like, it started with the whole idea that they're always listening to the community, always innovating, and then he ended it with the whole, we look forward to continuing the conversation if we haven't already. And that's how the hype already started. Snapchat stuff, and then the viral ad campaigns. And they're brilliant. Treyarch is brilliant at viral ads. Their marketing division does next to nothing compared to what we do for them.
That is so funny. Yeah, that's true. Did you? I'm sure you did see the thing with the campaign. It had like the 115, and
right.
then
Yes.
it had a location,
mm-hmm.
and it was the Great Pyramids.
Right. Absolutely.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a good possibility, but again, Treyarch loves to throw stuff in our face. Like PhD will always be my big go-to of like Treyarch loves to show us things, but might be going in a different direction. They might be like, hey, here's this, but we really are going to go this way. If they do go with the pyramids, I think it's a great idea because there's so much you can do with the catacombs inside the pyramids, stuff outside the pyramids, Easter eggs galore. There's so much to it, but it's also giving us really cool areas to play. We've always wanted Atlantis. We want Area 51. We wanted the moon map. There's all kinds of places we have gone and still want to go. And a pyramid definitely fits zombies. It definitely fits the craziness. I hope to see an Atlantis and a Paris map someday. We've been wanting that for a very long time. And I hope this installment we're going to get those.
Yeah, I think what Treyarch does so well is some of their maps, they already have, it already has a mysterious element to it, but they're so good at taking kind of the ordinary and making it really mysterious and secretive.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Die Rise is just a skyscraper, right? And they did all that. Buried is actually that's a bad example, but Origins, for example, like it's a dig site, right? And,
right.
And it's trenches in the war, but yet there's this whole crazy backstory.
Yeah.
With the pyramids, though, that's already mysterious to begin with, so I feel like you can build off that a whole lot more, and there's so many possible ways they can go. But then again, like you said, it's Treyarch, and they will just throw this out here, and we might go to this if we want to, but we might just be completely trolling you guys in the same way. Do you remember the Mob of the Dead trailer? They had a Denizen Screech in that.
Yes, exactly, yes.
It's like what was that? Like, were you really going to do it? Or are you just trolling?
Again, another troll. It's just like, They just love to put a lot of things out there. There's tons of things in the storyline that they touched upon, hinted at, and then just have never come back to because they've decided to go in a different direction. I think that's awesome that it's like a living, breathing story. It can constantly change and evolve to whatever it calls for. It's almost like the idea of WWE, week to week their stuff changes, or you get the Constitution in the United States. You can make amendments to constantly change it so it fits. And I think it's a brilliant way to craft a storyline because the community is always giving input, but they also have the final say of crafting what should be an excellent storyline. Origins fucked everything at first for us, and then Murder Machine X really did an amazing job with his zombie theory documentary.
Is that the 4-hour one?
Yes, that's the one.
I've yet to watch all of that. I'm like an hour in.
Dude, I watched the whole thing. It's excellent. It connects just about everything if they go with parallel worlds, if they actually deal with that idea, which it makes perfect sense because they introduced the Rift, and the Rift would answer all those questions.
Right. I'm sure you know Mr. Raffle Waffles.
Oh, of course, Milo's wonderful.
Yeah, and I imagine I had him on the podcast quite a while ago now, And before I had him on, I hated the ending to the Easter egg storyline because like I was like, this is stupid. Like it made it all like a kids game. Right. And he explained it to me in a way that was really, really cool. Of the idea that basically what they did with that is they made it possible now that they can go anywheres with the rest of the story.
Me and Milo were talking about this on Skype one time too, because he got super excited because I did earlier, like when I first saw Murder Machine X's video, because it's an old video and people just did not catch up to it. Man, I was excited. I got all back into zombies again and started doing all kinds of things because it's exactly it. They have the ability to go anywhere because they gave Sam this Archangel ability, and it's just, it's fabulous what they can do with it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Exo Zombies?
I think it's fun. It's just like custom zombies to me at this point. It's just a different way to play. I don't think you can compare it to Treyarch stuff. I have high hopes.
That's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
A really good thought. It's just like custom zombies. Yeah.
It holds you over.
I never thought about that.
I mean, I enjoy it for what it is, and I'm really hypercritical of the mode because I think it has the potential to contend with Treyarch. And if we could get Exo Zombies to contend with Treyarch Zombies, we're going to get better products. And there's nothing better than that.
That's true.
You're going to have Treyarch trying to outdo Exo Zombies, and we're going to get better games.
Right. Yeah, because right now Treyarch is kind of comfortable because they know they have the best game mode. I mean, I personally liked Extinction, and I think I liked it a lot more than most people did. But it doesn't compare to Zombies, and Exos doesn't either. The thing that I've been saying a lot with Exos is the problem is they're starting like so far behind. If you imagine Exo Zombies or even Extinction starting the example I use is if Extinction started with Modern Warfare 1, and you had a really, really basic map where you just kill aliens. It's like a room or like a field or something, like Nocturne Toad basic.
Right.
And then they slowly progressed, like 3 more maps in Modern Warfare, a couple maps in Modern Warfare 2, a couple more maps in Modern Warfare 3, to the point where the final map in Modern Warfare 3 was like the equivalent of Origins. Extinction would be a great game mode.
Right, I would agree. Treyarch had 16 tries so far. They've done 16 maps.
And
it's going to get good.
They've hit pretty much all on the head. Do you know what I mean? Like they haven't had many strikes. Like every map they've come out with has been really amazing.
Yeah, it's a good map. Everything but Transit. I just am so dumbfounded by how they blew Transit.
Yeah,
sky high. I don't know how they did not play that map and think this is shit.
So you say Doris is your favorite map of all time. So I'd take that as your favorite World at War map.
Yes.
What would you say your favorite Black Ops 1 map is?
Oh, I kick this around a lot, but I think it's Ascension just for the memories I have and the bias of finding the Ascension Easter egg. Like, we were all competing at the same time, and it was the first time the entire community was just so crazy involved with, like, oh my god, there's more. Oh my god, sparky batteries. Oh, what happens with the death machines? Oh, there's letters. Oh my, it was so exciting. I remember being absolutely pissed off with the Moon ending when it happened, but I enjoy Moon a lot now. I think it's a very, very good map. Shangri-La was another, I remember back in the day hating it, and then Black Ops 2 comes out, and it's just like, wow, those maps were great. It's this weird balance of if you play it too much, you're going to hate the map no matter what. And that's what we have to do as YouTubers sometimes, is play these maps for 24 hours in 3 days. And that is just unhealthy to play those maps that much. You're going to hate it.
Yeah.
But I think Ascension is definitely my favorite Black Ops 1 map. Black Ops 2 is definitely Origins.
Okay, so Ascension. My thing with Black Ops 1, I loved World at War Zombies, and I kind of got out of it a bit. I kind of got out of touch with it all. Mainly because I couldn't train. I was just bad at it. I couldn't do it. And I didn't have any friends who'd play zombies with me anymore because they all went to multiplayer. So it was I struggled with it. And I played Kino a lot. I played 5 a lot. But I didn't buy any of the DLCs till Moon. So I don't have that initial nostalgia.
Yeah, the initial hype.
Yeah. I hated Moon. Because think about going from Kino to Moon. That's such a huge, quick jump. So for me, it was this map is terrible. This zombie sucks now. I don't even want to play it. So I got out of it, and I ended up kind of getting back into it close to the release of Black Ops 2. So for me, I kind of have a weird perspective on the maps where I don't have nostalgia and I'm just looking at the maps simply for what it is.
Right.
I think I don't have a single map from Black Ops 1 that I love everything about. Ascension is
easy, to be fair.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's easy. It is. I'll play that map and I don't have a worry that I'm going to go down. It's and then I will go down because I'm playing stupidly. But for the most part,
that's the fun of it. You know, you can camp anywhere you want. Me and my buddy had a race to see how many guns we could pack a punch, and we just weren't dying. So it became a race to who could pack a punch everything in the box first. And it's a fun way to play.
Yeah, exactly. Call of the Dead. I think Call of the Dead could have been the best map they had.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
1, I don't like the fog.
Yeah,
and 2,
annoying.
I don't like George.
Oh my god. I was so anti-George. Adding Mule Kick made the game a lot better because you could get rid of George a little easier.
Right.
But man, you can't camp. There's so many places I'd love to camp on that map that would make it more fun. But then it just gets to this, all you gotta do is train in the middle. Or you gotta spend every bit of ammo, every round trying to kill George, and it's just not worth it because he comes back so quickly.
Yeah, killing George is a task. It's not something you have to commit to. It's like a full weekend project where you're like, all right, we are getting George killed in the next 5 to 10 rounds, hopefully, if we're lucky. Like,
but a good example of how amazing Zombies is, like we were talking earlier about, you're always finding new things out. It was almost a year later we found out the Dragonoff was amazing at killing George, and I've revisited the map recently, and wow, it is stunning. Oh, I remember why. I do for my Twitch streams. For my subscribers, if they haven't completed an Easter egg, I help them out for like they get 1 Easter egg a month if they subscribe. So we were in there, and boy, awesome. Oh boy, was that insane when I got it. Like a scavenger, I emptied my scavenger to kill him one time, and I still need it more. I got a max ammo and killed George, and I was like, God, that's annoying. I didn't get halfway through my Dragonoff before killing George. Yeah. I'm just like,
was that 4-player?
What was that? Yeah, it had to be because I'd always fill up the lobbies. It was 4-player.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Never done the Call of the Dead Easter egg.
No, you're well. I'll happily do it for you. Help you out with it. Super easy.
Yeah, really. See, we got stuck. We always got stuck on the dial. It's so bad.
I have a system. I have a system where you do this one, back, and done.
I feel like it's that easy.
It really is. It's only like I'm not gonna bore you guys with the details now, but it's literally 5 steps, and you can do the whole thing, and it takes a while to figure it out. And the wiki has it too, in case anybody's curious. And the wiki lists it perfectly of what steps to use. The zombie wiki for Call of the Dead. And you'll be able to do that Easter egg with no problems. The foghorns is what always got me earlier, because someone would always mess up the damn order, and then you'd have to wait to the next round. Oh my God, the foghorns would just ruin me.
I see. I don't even remember what that is.
That's the next step after that. Oh, okay, you gotta hit the foghorns in the correct order, which will cause the sub. Does it cause it to rise? I think it causes it to have the green light that hits the top of the lighthouse. And then you need the VR-11, shoot a zombie. Zombie goes up, you kill him as he goes up, and then you get the golden rod.
Okay, yeah, see, I haven't done any of that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, I've never been a big Easter egg guy.
Oh, I love it. That's all that keeps me in it, really.
That's what a lot of people are like. Yeah, absolutely love the Origins Easter egg. Honestly, I really liked Mob of the Dead because it wasn't that complicated.
No, that was the easiest one by far. I was shocked how easy Mob of the Dead was. And for those people who leaked the thing early, just like, how the hell didn't they get that in the first hour? How bad are they at zombies that they didn't get that as quickly as they did? They knew every step and exactly how to do it, and it still took them about 10 hours to post the ending.
That is funny.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. What I find so cool about that is when I play Mob of the Dead and I'm trying to get to a high round, I'm pretty much doing the Easter egg.
Yeah.
I like that incorporation, right? You got to get the vitrolic withering. You got to get, do you need the golden spork for the Easter egg?
Not really. You don't. No, you don't. You got to do a little bit of it that would incorporate it, but you don't even have to do the shocking thing, then go behind. But it's just, I like how, like, the 3 times, you have to travel 3 times to get it ready. You're going to do that anyway, pack-a-punching. That's a cool Easter egg in the fact that it's helping you. You're doing stuff anyway. That's why Origins was kind of cool, too, because you're doing most of the stuff anyway, and you're progressing in the Easter egg.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You kind of benefit from doing it without it. Get the Retriever, get the Ordnance Strikes on Origins.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are so much fun.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
I remember the
Strike
first,
nades. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I got those. It was like, this is so overpowered. Everything on that map, once you have the Easter egg, is overpowered, though.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's amazing. If you ever can manage it, you can run forever in that game mode if you get lucky enough. If you do the entire Easter egg solo, because it is possible to do it solo, then at some point, if you get to the last step before you throw the Maxis drone up and get the cutscene, or you teleport to end it, you will have none of those giant, the maze. The maze down in the crazy place will not come down.
Yeah.
You'll have 4 upgraded staffs, and you can just train down there all you want, and then just keep swapping out the staffs when you run out of ammo.
It is unreal.
I want to do that someday. I don't know if I'll ever do it.
I've never done that solo.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I haven't either. They told me about it. You got to get the right robot at the right time with perfect timing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Is that for the
button with the strike nade part? What you got to do is
my God, yeah.
Right.
That'd
So you got to. It's counting down for 10, 9, 8 before it's going to eject you. Right at like 2 or 1, you got to press the button. You get ejected. As soon as you land, you got to pop up, prime the nade, and throw the nade and make sure it lands right.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly. See, I've never done that. I've only done 2-player and 3-player, and I like 2-player the most. It took a bit longer, but it was definitely easier. Just less people and less chances to mess up.
Right, and especially, are you Xbox, PlayStation 3, or PC, or Xbox, PlayStation, PC?
Mostly Xbox.
Mostly Xbox. Okay, so for you, you know the pain of dying with a staff where it glitches out of the map.
No.
You've never experienced that.
No.
I've had it happen every time I help any of my subscribers in games. If you bleed out with a staff, the staff just goes away from the map. It does not show up anywhere in the map. And it was just... holy shit, frustrating when you're on like the 8th step and all of a sudden just like, no, don't die. Just like, where are you? Just like, I'm in the crazy place. It's like, we're not in the crazy place.
Really? I've never had that happen.
You've never had that happen.
I must just be lucky, honestly, just playing with good people that
get
each other.
If you go down with the staff, try it sometime on like a shit account so you don't crush your zombie stats if you care about, or rank or whatever.
No, I don't, man.
Oh, okay.
On my PlayStation account, which is, I mostly played PlayStation through it, and then I got an Xbox because like my channel was starting and like starting to pick up, and everyone had an Xbox.
Right.
So I think I'm like Skull on PlayStation and like maybe a Knife on Xbox.
Hey, that's good though. Seriously, a Knife is really damn good. I'm surprised at the YouTubers that only have a Skull.
Wait, sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm surprised at the YouTubers that only have a Skull as a ranking sometimes, because it's like, these are guys that are always playing. Just like, how do you not have shotguns yet?
Yeah.
Shotguns was a bitch to get. I finally got shotguns because I'm like, I'm a zombies guy. I just do it. All right, I'm just gonna power through it. That was miserable.
I kind of want to do a road to shotguns.
It's really easy to do. It's just rounds to downs, and certain rounds have a higher ranking than others.
Oh, it's rounds?
Yeah, it's rounds to downs. It's all it is.
Oh,
Relaxing
I thought it was
End,
kills.
nothing to do with kills. I did too for a while. But Relaxing End actually showed he'd had his awesome team just get to high rounds, and he's ranking up with 0 kills, and he kept showing you 0 kills, and he kept ranking up in zombies. It's all about rounds to downs. You die at round 1, you're gonna get punished real bad. I've lost my shotguns and gamed them back in the same game. The big thing is I used to do buried, and I just go 50 rounds in buried without any downs and quit out. Now quitting still counts as like losing, getting hurt, game's over, and it says, all right, he lasted 50 rounds, had 0 downs or 1 down because he quit. This is how whatever calculation happens to give them this much closer to shotguns. Where if I did that at 13 before, because I thought, hey, I had a number. I was around a number of rounds where I knew I was just on the bubble of shotguns and stuff. And I'm like, okay, just do this many rounds, 20 rounds, and then I'll quit and I'll be good. and I lost shotguns. And I was like, whoa. And it's just like, yeah, you have to get to 25 or higher to maintain. And I'm like, oh my freaking God.
That's interesting, because there was so much thought about that, and like I haven't really put much time and effort into researching about it, but I didn't know that it was rounds.
Right, I put a lot of time into that to figure it out, and it's 100% rounds to downs is the biggest thing.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone would kind of say like, "Oh, just be good at zombies," and
that's it.
And that
really
works.
Is it.
That
right.
works. Yeah. So, is there a specific number or range or what?
Oh man, I was trying to figure it out. I was doing a series, a rounds to down series, and it wasn't interesting enough for me, so I canceled it because I just didn't like it. But it's something like, I want to say 300 over. So, and that's complicated, but you got to be like 300 rounds over like 1. Like your KD would be 1, or your rounds to downs would be 1. So I was at like 250 rounds to like 4 downs in that series, and I was still a skull. So it's just like, it takes a while to get up to that. But you jump. So like with one game I went 50 rounds. I went from bone to skull in one game.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just obnoxious to get the shotguns. It's an extremely high overhead. But eventually you'll get it. If you just get to like round 35 on Mob of the Dead, you do that 3 or 4 times, you're set. But the solo, I think down show up on solo on Mob of the Dead. That might have nicked me one time. Because I think I ended the game and it said 8 downs. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not touching Mob of the Dead for this anymore. So.
Right. Dude, that's really interesting. Yeah. I think I just for this summer, I mean...
Yeah, if you're bored streaming or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do some more streaming. I actually just partnered with Twitch.
Fantastic! Congratulations.
Thank you. But I definitely want to do like some of that, and maybe like I might go through all the Easter eggs or something. I don't know. People actually like watching the Easter eggs. But
absolutely, they do.
Yeah, I've had a lot of success with streaming Origins, but other WAPs people haven't enjoyed.
Oh, yeah. It's always tough. My streaming, I'll go anywhere from about 25 people watching me to about 50 to 60 for my streams. And then when an Easter egg comes out, it's about 300 to 400. So it's always just like in the moment type stuff. I could be doing any game at any time, but it's whatever's popular is what's actually going to get viewers. The loyal people are the people that are going to come out. Or the bored as fuck. It's one of the two.
Right. So this was something I wanted to talk about. I kind of forgot to ask you. Like, how did you get into YouTube?
Okay, yeah, it's a good one. And I want to know your story as well after this. But my quick little spiel is there's these people that used to stream a lot called the 4-Player Podcast. And I really enjoyed their stuff because they would post highlights to YouTube of their funny stuff. They'd put a camera. This is back in the day before capture cards were prevalent. They put a camera in front of the screen. They would live stream on JTV. Twitch bought JTV and became Twitch, but this is way old. Yes, Justin TV, yeah. And I was a partner on Justin TV.
Oh, wow, okay.
So that's why it's good. I've been here for freaking ever. But when they would post highlights, it was so funny to see them freak out about scary games and stuff like that. And it's actually recently I saw where they've been, and it's kind of scary to see that channel that was huge. They used to average about like 5,000 to 6,000 people watching their streams. They can barely crack 100 now, and it's just like, wow, has the landscape changed over the years. But then I was like, hey, I can do that. I want to make people laugh. I want to entertain people. I'll post videos of me and my friends messing around, playing video games, laughing, and, trolling each other. So my first video ever was WWE, I think SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, and it was a Royal Rumble match. And I cheated. I'm like, all right, everybody, make sure you don't pick 30. And just before, like, everyone wasn't looking, I picked 30 and saved my character, and everyone's coming in randomly. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to come in. Oh, boy, I guess I'm really lucky. And it was just hilarious, and it was fun. And people liked that, and that was really cool. But it didn't get that many views until, like, 2009, because they always released the game a little earlier, and my title was Royal Rumble 2009, like SmackDown vs. Raw. So when people saw Royal Rumble 2009, they're like kids looking for the actual Royal Rumble. So that's where that's gotten views over the years. But what really got me was Zombies, I was still doing the fun stuff with the camera. The quality's terrible. I kept all those videos. I've removed them, but I have them all in a nice little folder and archive of all of my original, just bad, terribly awesome videos where you're just like, oh, you got to start somewhere. Quality's like 240p. It's beautiful. But I started playing zombie maps and posting stuff about them, and I got involved with We the Gamers, who was a forum for zombies. And I would start posting stuff like glitches, tutorials. I was not a glitch guy, but like 3-gun glitch I was always big about. I didn't like sitting in one spot glitches, but that's how I started getting into this whole tutorial idea of showing people how to do things. And what really got me into YouTube was I was back in the day. Now way back in the day when PlayStation, Xbox released Call of Duty DLC. It was at the same time. So I was one of the first, if not the first person, to post a Doris Easter egg of all the radios. And I just freaked out like an idiot. Me and my friends were just like, oh my God, from Nevada base! The radio that's in the tunnel. And that ended up getting 150,000 views way back in the day when that wasn't common. Yeah, it was ridiculous in just a week's time.
I probably watched that video, honestly, because I watched so many Doris videos about the radios.
Yeah, and it was so silly. And then I got contacted by YouTube, and they wanted to monetize my video, and we were like, "This sounds like a scam." And then it was it was crazy. And I was over 1,000 subscribers, and that's when NGT rolled around and decided to say, "Hey, we have a partner program. You want to be a part of NGT? Come on in and apply." And there's this huge contest. Hundreds and hundreds of people applied, and they were only accepting 16 directors, and 2 ended up winning. Excuse me one second. And it was Meatwagon and Video Guru 22 ended up winning their contest to get a contract being partnered with the Game Station, which was like the competitor with Machinima at that point for networks. And they were not big, but they were trying to compete. Now like Full Screen, and there's so many MCNs now out there that compete with Machinima just fine. But back in the day, there really wasn't any.
Yeah, Machinima was the thing.
Oh, yeah. That's why when I got my contract eventually with Machinima, that was it. It's like, yeah, I'm signing with Machinima. And that was horrid because, oh, my God, they don't care about you. They just take your money and don't want to help you at all, where some other networks are genuinely nice. And it's really cool to see that. So NGT happened, and they had a Zombies channel, and I wanted to try and post with them because I was a Zombies guy, and I was doing very well with views. I was good with the theories, the storyline. Chino Numa really got me into the storyline, and that's how my YouTube really got taken off, because the Talixian theory was like, hey, this is the storyline behind Zombies. I'm like, well, if we put this here, and this would make sense. And I was on the forums all the time discussing things, and then eventually they cut the NGT program because they couldn't handle it, and management at NGT wasn't so well. Spider Guns and Meatwagon eventually split up because they didn't get along. So it was definitely for best what happened. And then from there, I just loved the Zombies community. We just took off when I started talking to people like Yote Slayer, Syndicate, all kinds of guys I was around, and it was just so much fun to get into the community. So many new guys came out and about, like Noah J became gigantic overnight. You became huge with the Black Ops 2. So many guys came and went. Morris was one of the original zombie guys, and he tried to get back into it, but he couldn't. It's really amazing.
Was that his YouTube channel name?
It's like OOO Morris. Do you remember him at all? No. He was way original. He's the guy that did the circle strategy first. He was the guy that got to the super high rounds in Shino Numa and knocked Darren Toten.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just been an amazing ride for just about, like, God, I've been doing this, I've been posting videos for just 7 years now. I started, but actually doing really well with everything has only been a couple of years that I've really been starting to get it in, because my mom has never been a supporter of this. She's always like school first. Right. And I am just so like, man, I was always like, all right, school is the backup plan. And then you learn some things in life and just like, what the hell are you thinking? If you can make decent money off this, you should absolutely apply for it, put effort into it. My whole first year of college absolutely nuked me for my YouTube channel. I could barely post anything. I was in computer engineering, and holy crap, did I just lose all momentum I once had from Origins. And it was a tough. I mean, freshman year is always tough, no matter where you go. But damn, I made the worst mistake by barely posting, and now I've been rebuilding, and views are slowly coming back, and hopefully, I keep telling myself this is the year of RADAUSTIN27. It's finally going to be able to be with all those other guys and compete. And it's
Right.
I've opened up. I know you've talked about entrepreneurship and how you really enjoy and look to do that. I've opened up T-shirts and posters I've been selling now. Just launched my new site. And that stuff excites me. I love business. That's why I'm in economics now too. I get how that stuff works. Marketing, all that stuff makes sense to me. I'm already doing investment stuff. It's how the whole career has gone. It started just for posting silly little videos to make people laugh, to actually like, oh my God, this could be a legitimate job someday for certain people.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's my silly, little long but condensed story. I've met a lot of really cool people, had a lot of good times. I've been with absolute jerks in the community, and there's been absolutely wonderful people. So there's good and there's bad.
The community, I as a whole, I would say the zombies community is, I feel like it can be kind of divided at times, but everyone in it is really cool.
Absolutely. Like when a new map releases, pretty goddamn divided. As soon as the Easter egg is found, everyone's best friends again.
Yes, that is pretty much what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll let you know my story.
Please, I want to hear it.
Yeah, so I've probably told this a few times on my channel, but not that like it's boring for everyone now. So I started making videos, I want to say 2007 or 8. Mm-hmm. And that was like, I was like in grade 6 at the time, so like 13 years old. It was like right when YouTube first came out. I was
Yep.
And I was
right
like,
around that time.
I was just doing like little like vlogs and like skits with my friends and stuff.
Oh
and,
my God, that's adorable.
Yeah. Dude Man 185 if anyone wants to check it out. So we did those and nothing really happened. And actually, funny enough, I did 2 zombies videos. I did a first time playing Shino Numa, first time playing Derice. Both were like the day it dropped. So that was pretty cool because now that I'm like back into zombies. But how everything went is I did that for a bit, and then I started another channel which was called Smith Vlogs. That's also still up if anyone wants to see that. It's slightly better than Dude Man 185.
You were adorable. Oh my God, that haircut though.
The Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's great. That's a skater haircut. That's what was cool at the time.
Yeah, so that I think I got like 800 or 900 subscribers there, which I was like cool with, but I kind of got bored with it and I quit that channel. And like that was the time like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 was out, and everyone was making videos, and I was watching lots of people like Woody's Gamertag and Wings of Redemption, all those guys in the multiplayer scene. And I was like, I want to do this really bad, but I didn't have a capture card. So I was like, well, I'll try another game. So I tried Minecraft, and I had like 2 Minecraft channels. Neither worked. And then I tried a third one. I tried a third channel, and that was called TheSmithPlays. So I uploaded my first video, and I did Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's like this.
That's a classic.
Yeah, this horror game. So I played that, and that was like in April 2012-ish. So I uploaded a few parts of that, and I was like, this isn't working. So I quit again. And August time came around, and this was like 3 months before Black Ops 2, and I was like, what if I tried zombies? Because I was like, I always have loved zombies. I see all these people doing zombies. We got Black Ops 2 zombies coming out really soon. I'm going to try this. So I went with it, and it was like the first thing that actually stuck. And it was kind of like everyone was coming back into the community. So kind of like what's happening now, but in August, right? So close to when zombies is coming out. So I was making videos and kind of meeting people, and no one like that of my size was doing zombies. They're like, I don't know why you're doing zombies. Like, it's all about multiplayer with Modern Warfare 3 and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, what I find fun. So I kept working at that, and I think I managed to get to like 500 subscribers when Black Ops 2 came out. And that was pretty cool because
that's anything. If you can just start getting over that hump, man.
Yeah,
you can make it.
Yeah, because it's that first initial hump that's always the hardest. So I got there, and Black Ops 2 came out, and I got really lucky with one of like the perma-perk videos that got me like 100,000 views, and that was kind of the thing that started my channel. Then I got a like from Woody's Gamertag, I think, and that helped my channel. And then from there, it just kind of started snowballing. Die Rise came out. I got some videos that did well. Mob of the Dead, Buried, did really well with Origins. And then for the next year, like, my channel was kind of dead. I was uploading, but, like, there's just nothing to make. And do you know Mr. T Lexify?
I've started to follow him because I'm literally finding out about all you guys just now. Like,
yeah,
I never knew about your little group of friends, and everyone has a network, and YouTube is huge. I love when people, I'm sure you get this, where people are like, oh, you work on YouTube, do you know this YouTuber? And just like, right now, there's like 7,000 people who have more subscribers than me. I can't possibly know them all.
Yeah, exactly. So, during Mob of the Dead, I was like just trying to like help like smaller YouTubers out, because by that point I had like 2,000 subs. I was like, I'll just like go drop some likes on people's channels. I came across this guy, Mr. T Lexify, and I was like, this guy has a lot of potential. He had just started making videos, like he had like 50 subscribers. So I dropped a like on his channel, sent some people over there. That helped him. Well, now Lex has like 250,000 subscribers. So like following summer, like last summer, he came to me and he's like, dude, like, I did this video, I did like a top 5, and some other YouTubers had done them for zombies, but he did one, and now it has like, the video has like 3 million views.
Wow, that's always amazing. That's the dream, the million-view video.
For zombies, like for zombies, like a year past the last content released.
So
that was
amazing.
Crazy. So he's like, man, you got to try this. Like, you know, you helped me back in the day. Like, I want to help you now. So I did that, and like that was kind of what took my channel off. And since then, I've just been making top 5s, doing like playthroughs and stuff. And it's weird to see like to actually kind of be growing still in this community with such old content. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool, dude.
Yeah. The thing about Lex, I love it's weird because it's like I always wonder like if I hadn't helped him out, maybe like he wouldn't have got his channel off started, and like he never would have been there to help me out in the future. So,
and that's the amazing thing about like the zombie community and YouTube in general. It is a lot about who you know, but I mean, just helping out that little guy, someday he's going to come around and be he could be your big guy. He could be the next Syndicate.
Exactly.
I had a guy, the Sticky Paddle was his name. You want to use some of my stuff? I'm like, absolutely, dude. We were super cool. The guy's giant now. I don't even know how many subs he was, but he exploded his channel. And just, it's so nice to see genuinely good people do really well on YouTube. It's like, oh, it's the best feeling ever. Do you know Markiplier by any chance on YouTube?
No.
All right, he has about 6 million subscribers, if not 7 million now.
Okay.
This guy's very recently gotten gigantic. He started playing all kinds of stuff. He's been here for a while, but he got big. And he is the most genuine person ever. I am absolutely in love with this guy when it comes to what he stands for and what he is. He's the most grateful person ever to be where he is. He does it full time. He was at school for biomedical engineering, but he's such a good person. He's like, I'm here for you guys. Oh my God, that's what you always want to see. And he's fun. He does video game videos and stuff like that. But man, that's what you want to see for when people succeed. Those people that just, good for you. It's such a good fit.
Yeah, that's. Oh, wait, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. It just cut out for a sec.
Yeah,
that's the thing I find with most YouTubers. Like the people who do really well are those really nice individuals because it comes off in their content. I mean, there are some people out there, and like one guy,
some that are good at their job.
Yeah. Like I know one guy who comes to mind. I'm not gonna say his name, but I went to PAX East this like back in March, and this one YouTuber's name kept coming up. Everyone that mentioned him hated him. He's like, this guy's a backstabber. He stole my content before. He's greasy. He's slimy. He'll betray you. All this stuff, and it's like
that's bad.
And this guy has a lot of subscribers. Like he has multiple channels with a lot of subscribers, and it's just like you don't want to be that guy.
No, not at all.
It's like you have success, but you know what it took to get there. Now, like there's so many people that don't like you. It's just like
never burn bridges. That's how big I am. There was a certain company that everyone hated their guts in the zombie community, and I was always nice to them. I always was nice to them because I hate burning bridges. And the other day they asked me why I was always so nice to them because they also really fucked me over a bunch of times as well. And
was this a group of people who made videos for a channel?
It's a possibility.
Okay, yeah. I know
you know, and I mean, it's just like even now with all the shit they've done, I still don't burn bridges because it's not worth it. I mean, I always like giving people chances, but it's just so much fun. You should be so grateful that you have any input on the internet. You have any following. It's all so unbelievable that we live in a time and age where this could be a job or you can communicate with this many people. It's magical that I can talk to a screen, upload it to the internet, and thousands of people get to hear us. It's like, what? It
is stupid. There's
it's
no
awesome.
other way to describe it.
Right.
It is so dumb. Like, I have this kid from Nova Scotia, Canada. I mean, most people don't even know where that is on the globe. And like right now, there's probably like 3,000 people listening to this right now. Mm-hmm. Well, not like currently, but
yeah,
3,000 people at this point in the show. Like there'll be 3,000 people probably still listening. Mm-hmm. That's weird. When you think 3,000 people, that's a lot of people.
And that's what I think you got to take away from a lot of time, like streaming in particular. You don't get a lot of people to watch streams compared to YouTube. But think about this. This is how I say, sit down, put any game on, and think about how many people are in the room watching you play that game. They might have a laptop, but think about if you were to sit down with 50 people in a room and have them watching you play a game. That's insane. That you were the most popular kid ever. If you think about it on those terms. Now, the big guys, they are really like, wow. Can you imagine filling theaters full of people to watch one person play a game?
Oh, my God. Filling streets.
It's so cool. It's one of the most grateful things. And I don't think you should ever take advantage of that. Getting back to just the YouTubers being bad about stuff. It's a business. Money corrupts a lot of things. Makes this really hard to try and get bigger. And other guys will be worried if they help someone else that they're not going to get as many views instead of trying to be this wonderful community.
I hate that attitude.
It's a horrible attitude.
It's not even true. It's not even relevant.
No.
If you help someone else out, like there's not like a limited number of subscribers where like if this guy has this many subscribers, I can only have this many. Like people can have as many subscriptions as they want. So like help other people.
Yeah,
I
bottom
hate
line.
like that.
And I think there's a responsibility to some of the bigger guys and the really big guys. But there's also, responsibility to try and help out channels that they think are genuinely good. Yeah. But then it's scary because it's a fine line because there's certain things like, oh, you're only big because you played with C-Nanners. C-Nanners made you everything that you are. Well, he got you that promotion. He got you marketing. There's 4 really important things about when you're trying to market something. And it's famous, the 4 P's of marketing, where it's product, price, promotion, and place. And promotion is the hardest thing on YouTube to get right. Because how can you get your content to other people and give it that chance so others can see you? And that's through networking and playing with other people. And it's one of the dirtiest, muddy areas in YouTube right now. Because you always get one way where subscribers might turn on you. You might get other people that, no, I can't help him. It's below me. I can't talk to somebody with 400,000 subscribers. I'm a 1 million subscriber person. That's just not needed, that stuff. It should always be, like, subscribers shouldn't matter. It should be like, you got good stuff. You got something that I can help you. You can help me. Let's do something fun. Let's have a good time. Let's help each other. That's what a lot of YouTube is and was and hopefully still will be someday.
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, I find like the way I look at it is there's definitely something to be said for making videos with people the same size as you because you can help each other out and grow. Mm-hmm. But I would rather collaborate with someone with 1,000 subscribers that is just hilarious, makes the video way better than someone the same size who doesn't contribute much.
Exactly.
It's about the content you're putting out. At the end of the day, it is all about the content, and the promotion helps. But if you're not putting out the content to begin with, then you can get all the promotion you want. That doesn't matter. Exactly.
If it's not good, it's not going to help you, and that's why it's amazing. Marky Player, again, I'll reference him. He has, I think, 3 guys he plays with: Wade, Yaminash, and Yamimash, I think, and someone else. And if you look at these channels, they're all between like you'll see what top guy's $1 million, then it sprinkles down to 100,000, then another guy's just a few thousand. But they make fabulous videos. But you see such a range. Yeah,
I
you
know
got
this
him now.
guy. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
Yep, he's the Five Nights at Freddy's guy.
Yeah.
But he plays a variety of games, and he's just a genuinely good person. And he plays with a variety of people, and he helps so many people have this chance. I don't know if it's Yami Mesh is his name or not, but he's Irish. And he helped this guy become huge. And when they went to PAX East just recently, he said it was amazing to see that he had that moment where Yami Mesh realized it's real. Like, I'm actually that guy. I made it. And it's like, oh, it's so good to hear stories like that.
Yeah, dude. I want to feel that someday. That would be...
Are you right? Doesn't it get you excited to produce stuff?
Yeah. Even this conversation is like inspiring right now.
It is. It's exciting. I've never been more excited in my life to be doing YouTube. Like I'm with my website. It's so exciting. Like I had 200 shirts, 65 pounds of shirts shipped to me, and I picked it up. I do everything myself.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm not, but I'm legit in my head now. I got my own shirt. I'm so cool. Like, it's those little things like that. It's like, it's fun, and it's so much better than this classic, like, go to school, get an education, get a degree, didn't get a job, get a better degree, didn't get that job, get an even better degree. Then you're so specialized, what happens if that job goes away? There's so much to life more than education. I think the United States, yours is different, but the United States education system has a lot of issues with it. It's fair enough for what it is. We have 400 million people in America, but holy crap. There's such a focus on grades and less a focus on learning, where learning is way more important. How you can apply these things. Or just getting an A in a class, and then you ask people a question like, how could you use this? Mathematics is a good example where they'll teach you calculus, and you'll be like, why did I need to learn calculus? But if you apply it to stuff like money and graphs, where if you do a derivative of this curve, you can make this much more money. Why don't we teach like that? That's like something we want to know. Matter. Exactly. I get there's a basic learning, but
Canada's similar to that. I mean, for me, I'm first year taking business, and like there's so many things I learned in high school. It's like it didn't help. It didn't help anyone that learned it.
Not at all.
I mean, unless you're going on to take calculus, like stats. Everyone, I should say everyone, but so many people take stats in university. And you don't learn it at all in at least in where I'm from. No one learns stats. Yeah, you don't learn stats.
Yeah, stats was an advanced course in my high school too. Once you get there, because you take a algebra, trigonometry, what else? Pre-calculus, which has no calculus in it. Which is
I know, right?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever experienced. Like, what a waste of a year. It's just trig part 2. And it really, there's like, why are we not learning stuff we apply? Statistics is one of the most important things in life. Because you can apply it to make more money, better graphs. There's just, no matter what you do, statistics is going to be in life in some shape, way, or form. I
always thought like there should be some kind of like money association class, like learn how to manage your money.
Accounting, in high school.
Well, not even accounting, but like just like basic like spending and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are like kind of like done with their money, and it's like, learning about that would be really benefit you.
Yeah, absolutely. So. It's startling. I was reading a book, and it's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And
yes, I've read that.
There we go. This is great. And it's so true, where you learn you learn almost all your money from your parents. And if you're in a middle class or lower income family, you're never going to learn the things to make you rich that only the rich people know what to do with their money.
Absolutely.
It's just, oh my God, school needs to implement a system in which it teaches us some of the basic things. Like, you're going to balance a budget. You're going to learn to manage your money. You're not going to get above that line if you're every day. Why can't I make ends meet? Because there's, inflation goes up. Even though you make more money, if you can't keep up with inflation, you're not investing right, you're never going to be able to pay your mortgage.
Yeah. Dude, that book.
It's a great one, right?
So I remember, like, probably, I think it was 2 summers ago, I was just like, I worked at a golf course, so like you get a lot of like business guys like who are really rich, and just like they're coming every day of the week and golf, whatever. And this guy, like I was talking to him, and he's like, he runs his own business, and he was talking to me about all this stuff. And he's like, like, what do you want to do? Like it's like, and he was kind of asking me like, because at the time I wanted to go into sciences, and it's like, like, what do you think you can do with that? And he started, kind of asking me all this stuff that made me think, like, why do I want to go into sciences? And I realized like the only reason was because everyone told me that I should go into that, and I was like,
exactly it.
That's not my interest. So, anyways,
right?
he said, he's like, read this book, like, and it just like give you another perspective. It might help you. So anyways, I ended up reading that book, and like from then on, I was like, I think I'm going to take business, and now here I am.
Exactly. I've taken marketing classes because of that book. I've been trying to learn as much business as possible. I'm still in electrical engineering right now, but man, I really want to get out of it because I don't enjoy it. I took pre-engineering courses all throughout high school, and I always did it because every time you told someone I'm in engineering, they're, wow, that's really cool. And it's like, you'll make a lot of money. You'll do really good.
You're going to make a lot of money.
But it doesn't, like, making a lot of money is very, like, I've met so many engineers that will never be well off in life. You don't have to be rich, but if you can live comfortably, you're better than 95% of everybody on this planet. If you can learn to manage your money properly, invest properly, make your money work for you, as he repeats all the time in that book. It's amazing where my eyes opened up to like basic education isn't going to get you anywhere if you're not happy with what you're doing. If you can't find a passion, what are you going to do with your life? It just, engineering, man. I experienced the same thing. It's just, I don't want to do engineering at all anymore, and I'm so looking to do other stuff that would apply. Economics, man. Oof, that's amazing.
Actually, I just wrote my macroeconomics exam like 3 days ago.
Ah, dude, nice. How was it?
Not bad. I think I did pretty well. So economics is definitely one of my stronger points right now.
Yeah, it's wonderful. What were you covering? We'll bore everybody for a second, but I'm
what did we do? We did like it started like GDP and like all that stuff. But the main thing was kind of like exchange rates, loanable funds markets, and like aggregate demand and supply.
Oh, yep. That's the big thing. We just took a aggregate demand supply test too.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. That stuff just, what's the answer? Just put aggregate demand. It's probably right 9 out of 10 times. Keynesian chart.
There's like 3 people that understand that, but it's so true.
Right. It's fantastic. Classical economics. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know. It's like I'm majoring in business, and right now I kind of want to minor in economics, but I took a psych course this semester, and I really found that interesting. And it's not even something like that would like benefit. I mean, I'm sure it would benefit me in some ways, but not in the same way that economics would be, like, because that's really useful for business. But there's something like I just like like this might be just something interesting to take. So I don't know. I'm kind of between those two right now, but
well, that's a good thing. What ended up happening with me, as soon as I got to school, I declared econ as my minor because I really liked econ that much, and now I'm trying to get it up to either a dual major or just as my full-time major.
Okay.
And with that said, when I was talking to my counselor and everything, I've been taking all kinds of gen ed courses. Well, I'm not sure if Canada makes you take like a year and a half of gen ed courses. It's garbage here in America.
What is gen ed?
General elective is trying to broaden you, round you off, so you don't just take nothing but engineering courses. You'll take an art perspective, an ethical perspective, and that's how you cover all kinds of different classes. You end up taking a psych, a criminal justice course, history courses, what it might be. I'm actually procrastinating picking out my courses for next semester, but whatever. And anyway, I found out that right now I might end up getting a minor or another major in criminal justice as well, because I've just ended up taking so many courses to fill these gen eds that I'm just so interested in that stuff. And it's weird how that stuff applies. It's like I'm going to end up with a business, econ, and criminal justice degrees, along with a minor in engineering. It's like, Jesus. But what interests you is what you should go with. You don't want to be doing this for the next 50 years and hate your life. That's just not fun.
Yeah.
And I can't do specialization. I'm really bad about going in every day, doing the same thing, and leaving. I can't do that. I love an always evolving, always changing type of job, and that's why YouTube just like, And hopefully it can work for some kind of firm or work at many firms where you go around telling people, this would be more efficient if you do this. And they're like, yay. And you're like, give me my money.
Yeah.
Economists.
Yeah. I think like people say like, oh, you need motivation. But what people really need is passion. Mm-hmm. When you've, like, I mean, for me, YouTube, like I go so hard on YouTube. I upload every single day. I really like try to do the best that I can. And if I wasn't passionate about it, if I didn't love it, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And you got to find something that you really, really love. And I mean, that's like the most cliche thing ever to say, but
you'll understand when you get older. If any of you guys are young, you really will understand when you get older what that means.
Absolutely, yeah. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right, man. That just took such a turn, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and pimp all your stuff.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys are interested in buying any T-shirts, got some really new T-shirts and Call of Duty posters in particular. So if you guys really want to get any of that cool stuff, it's radcompany.squarespace.com. You can go over there. Yeah, I can link you in the chat, too, afterwards. And it's a really clean and easy site. You can use PayPal or just your card. It'll work easy. I have the cheapest stuff on the internet. Posters are $5 to $8, and T-shirts are $12. Other guys on YouTube charge like $15 to $20 for this stuff. It's really good stuff. I print 11 by 17 posters on 100-pound gloss. And the stuff is great. I mean, you frame it, it looks beautiful. I've had people like Laggin and other YouTubers tell me they love it. All my customers have really enjoyed this stuff. And it's a lot of perk posters, quotes, and sayings. Go check it out. You guys really enjoy it. If you want to check out my channel, I do similar zombie-type stuff. And
that's really nice, actually.
Gaming.
I like that.
Yeah, you like the site? Yeah, I just released it.
I like the electric cherry poster.
Yeah, everyone loves. One of the most popular ones is cherry.
That's cool.
Oh, my God. So, man, it's just like... I post a lot of stuff. If you guys want to go check me out, I'm sure I'll be in the description. It's just, thank you. I can't thank you enough for having me on here. It was fabulous to have a great conversation. Yeah. Nothing better. So good to get to know you.
That's why I started this podcast, man. I just like having conversations with people, and this is like the best way to do it. So.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. That was 48. 49, next week is going to be a solo. And then 50 is going to be, I don't know yet, but it's going to be epic. I'm going to do something cool. I haven't figured it out yet, but it'll be cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.